Ken Kaneki is one of those characters who fascinates me because he doesn't feel like a single person. It feels like multiple versions of him exist across the story, all shaped by trauma, survival, and identity collapse. And I've always been drawn to split personality or fractured identity storytelling, alter egos, shared bodies, conflicting selves because of Jacksepticeye. His body was weak! So when I got into Ken Kaneki from Tokyo Ghoul, it immediately clicked for me. But what makes Tokyo Ghoul interesting to me isn't just Kaneki as a character, it's how Kaneki changes the entire story around him. At the start, Kaneki is extremely ordinary, shy, introverted, a college student who just wants to read books and live quietly. Nothing about him suggests he could survive, let alone fight in a world full of ghouls. And that's what makes the setup work. Because the world of Tokyo Ghoul is brutal from the beginning, humans and ghouls exist in a system of fear and predation, and Kaneki is thrown immediately into it. Their turning point is his encounter with Rise Kamishiro, one of the most dangerous ghouls in the series. After the organ transplant incident, Kaneki becomes a half-ghoul. This is where the core conflict starts. He can't eat normal food anymore.
I can't do it. As much as I want to, I just can't eat it.
Or he has to consume human flesh to survive.
Man, flesh, family, flesh.
And instead of instantly changing his personality, Kaneki stays emotionally human. He's terrified, confused, disgusted by himself. That's important because a lot of protagonists will immediately adapt. They give you the entire season of a depowered MC. Many shows these days are kind of afraid of doing this. They want the main character to be noticeable early on, but Kaneki for the first 11 episodes of his own anime is kind of like an NPC, and in a good way. Season 1 works because Kaneki is not powerful. He's learning everything at the same time as the viewer, and because of that, the side characters get space to exist properly. And you might say main characters always begin weak, but remember, in Black Clover, Asta is already a physical beast of nature. My Hero Academia, definitely, he's given the most dangerous quirk in the planet almost instantly. In Kaiju number 8, bro is literally overpowered from the beginning. So you see, even though main characters always begin weak, they always already have an edge compared to everyone else in the show. And though Kaneki does have a very strong ghoul that was Rize in the system now, he is horrible at being a ghoul, and that's amazing. The ghouls at Anteiku don't feel like background characters, they feel like a functioning community. People like Toka, Yoshimura, and Hinami feel grounded and human, even though the premise is supernatural. And through Kaneki, we experience the world as a newcomer. Even early signs of his potential appear, like with his fight with Nishiki. But it's controlled power, it's instinct, it's panic, it's survival. It kind of gives you a glimpse of how strong Kaneki can be, but he is still in more of his potential side.
Somebody say potential!
Yeah, and also there's this guy.
The sheer ravishing elation.
One of my favorite characters. I mean, you can be a bit creepy, but still, he's really funny. Now, the breaking point. Everything changes with Jason Yamo.
Jason is so proud of you.
The torture arc isn't just about pain, it's about identity collapse. Kaneki is psychologically broken down until his sense of self fractures. The 7 counting backwards becomes symbolic of that mental destruction.
559.
Take some time to recover.
And this is where the transformation finally feels earned. Yes, it's extreme. Yes, it's brutal. But it's also the moment Kaneki stops being a passive victim of the world. He becomes something else entirely.
1000 minus 7.
After the torture, Kaneki doesn't just get stronger, his worldview changes. He starts making decisions instead of reacting to them. And this is where Season 1 and Season 2 connect. Everything that happens afterwards is shaped by this breaking point. He becomes more violent, more unstable, and more willing to abandon his old self, and he becomes a cannibal. Wow. Eventually, he even joins Aogiri Tree, not because he becomes evil, but because he believes it will protect the people he cares about at Anteiku. And that is key. Kaneki has changed. His entire behavior like mostly everything about him as a person has changed, but the core of his character is still the same. He's selfless. He always wants to put others before himself. So even in this twisted version of himself, Kaneki still remains who he is at his core. He's getting stronger to protect the people at the cafe. What makes Kaneki work so well is not just his transformation, but how everyone around him reacts. Now, the change from season 1 to season 2 is basically almost like two different main characters. And that's the thing about Tokyo Ghoul. Every season brings up like a new main character for us to root for. So in this season, the way the other characters reacted to him is really interesting. You know, Toka is conflicted and hurt, feeling that he abandoned Anteku.
All I want is to keep everyone there safe.
Thanks. But we never asked for your help and we don't really need it.
Hinami sees him as a brother figure and is emotionally crushed by his distance.
He's been like a brother to me and I want to help him. It's just that I don't even know where to start.
Yoshimura and Yomu understand him more quietly. They see a young ghoul trying to survive in a world he was never prepared for. And characters like Tsukiyama become more obsessed as Kaneki becomes more unstable and powerful.
He's changing his flavor even as we speak.
You gotta love this guy. Kaneki's changes don't exist in isolation. They fracture every relationship he has. So, the thing is, they used Kaneki's torture. They used Kaneki's character development to develop everyone else as well. So it doesn't become like an isolated incident of the main character getting all the shine. It shows how the world changes, how everyone reacted to it. And we went from the viewpoint of individual ghouls, independent ghouls in season 1 to now a structured association in season 2, the Aogiri tree. So then we move with Kaneki as he expands the world building and the lore of the world, but he also expands the character development of every character reacting to him changing. That's just amazing. Season 2 pushes Kaneki's emotional destruction further. He doesn't just lose control, he loses people. Anteku is destroyed in spirit and structure. Yoshimura's story reaches its end, and most importantly, he loses Hide. His one constant human connection. The loss hits harder than any fight, because at this point Kaneki is no longer just changing himself, he's losing everything that is anchored to him. And then my actual favorite character in the anime, Kisho Arima, finishes Kaneki off, or at least that's what it looks like. Then comes season 3, where everything shifts again. Kaneki becomes Heisei Sasaki. This version feels unfamiliar at first. New name, new personality, new environment, different people, different life. But small cracks remain. Familiar instincts, the way he crushes his bones.
In a while.
You're weak, I say.
His reactions and moments where the old Kaneki surfaces, even his Kagune, looks very similar to the Kaneki we knew.
Turn around, I say. Look at me. Don't turn your back on a friend. You know that you need me. Do it.
So you're like, yeah, this is him, but it isn't him at the same time. Even his hair scheme is a mix of season 1 Kaneki and season 2 Kaneki.
Do it. Accept me as part of you. Come on, come on, come on, come
I
on.
won't let you swallow me up.
So this is where the split identity idea becomes most obvious. He isn't fully gone, but he's suppressed. What makes this arc interesting is not just Heisei himself, but how the world responds to him. Old relationships try to pull him back. Emotional remnants of his past still exist even if he can't remember them.
And I imagine you here right next to me.
As Heisei, he becomes a mentor to the Quink Squad, other half-ghouls like him. Anime really loves half-breeds, you know. And this is where the theme deepens. Kaneki keeps forming families, then losing them or abandoning them through transformation. Each season he loses a family. At the beginning of season 1, he lost Hide. At the beginning of season 2, he lost the Anteku, and now in season 3, he's from this family of the Quick Squad, which he is eventually going to lose again. The pattern becomes central to how characters view him. To some, he's a savior, to others, a betrayal. Kaneki always feels like he abandons those close to him. Mutsuki's attachment to Heisei especially shows how destructive these identity shifts are, not just for Kaneki, but for everyone around him.
Why is it just her? Why is she the one you care about? Why are you calling out my name too? Joker!
By the end of the story, he has changed way too much. Things can never really go back to the way they were. And that's what makes his arc powerful. It doesn't reset, it evolves. And not just evolving, it evolves everyone around him as well. Let me give you an example. When Kaneki was still Heisei Sasuke, Master Shu was in a depressed state because he was missing Kaneki. He was really obsessed with Kaneki, and now that Kaneki had effectively changed as a person, he fell into a depression. We kind of got like a mini character arc of Master Shu.
I've no doubt he will gladly accept my request for assistance. As long as we can get his memories back, all is well. My dearest Kaneki, he probably doesn't even want to be a ghoul investigator.
I'm glad to see Master Shu so optimistic.
Oh, Kaneki, I can't believe you don't remember me.
And it's weird because you're used to seeing this eccentric guy. He's really dramatic. He's full of a lot of life, a lot of energy. It was interesting, or really heartbreaking, I'd say.
I'm completely powerless.
But your head's still attached, right?
Can you still breathe?
Yeah.
Do you still have the strength to bite someone? And the strength to crawl?
Yeah.
Then nothing's changed. We should keep doing what we've always done. We move forward, no matter what.
Every change in him reshapes the world. Every identity shift creates ripple effects across every character. For me, season 3 of Tokyo Ghoul is my favorite because of the nostalgia. It has a nostalgic feeling to it because we, the viewers, remember Kaneki's relationships and his life in season 1 and season 2. And seeing him in this different light is kind of strange. But it's always nice to see the remnants of his past.
This guy, he reminds me of Kaneki. It was you, Nishiki.
Kaneki as a main character elevates everyone around him. He doesn't suffocate the room. He's a breath of fresh air. And that's what a main character is supposed to do. Now, is this video slandering any main character in particular? I don't know. That's for you to decide. But what I'm saying is, I'm biased and Tokyo Ghoul is one of my favorite anime of all time, and that's my take on main characters elevating the story.